Okay, here we are at Learn with Ginny. I'm Ginny at learnwithginny.com. And you're tuning in to listen to me talk about more truths and some boosts. So, topic number 1 is boost your life with these 8 powerful habits. Or power actions is what I called them in the title. So I'll just give them to you right off the bat so that if you only listen to the first few seconds of this podcast, but I hope you listen more because I'm going to talk about each one, but all 8 of them. And I also have an app, by the way, that lays it all out for you. You can customize it to make it your own. I really like it, so I will definitely share it with you. I have bonuses with it if you use my link, which you get special access to masterminds and stuff like that for your business. So if you're using an app like this to help your business grow as well as improve your life, you'll love this group. I'll actually invite you to another one too. So if you want the app, drop, what do I want you to drop? I didn't come up with a good keyword. I would say app, but that would be kind of generic and I wouldn't know which app you want since I am the queen of apps. Tell you what, if you drop the word app, I'll send you my ultimate list of home business apps, and this app will be included. I'll double check. So hopefully, if I see what video you're commenting on, I'll know you want this app, so I'll make sure that you get it. Either way, so drop the word app. Okay, so here are the 8 power actions. They're gratitude, stretching, and I'll talk about why on each one, meditation, vision, affirmations, exercise, reading, and personal journaling. I do all of them. I do them all in this app. And then I do a little bit more too. And it doesn't take as long as you think. You think 8 power actions, that's going to take me like 2 hours. It could take you 2 hours if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You could spend like 5 minutes on each thing. And then that's like 40 minutes. So it's not that bad. And then as far as your most valuable actions to take in your home business, that's a little different. You should be working 2 to 4 hours on your business every day to get yourself going. And believe me, I know what you're thinking, especially if you're just getting started. But I thought you could have a 2-hour workday or a half-hour workday. It's possible after you've built from the ground up and you have enough loyal fans and customers who buy from you over and over and over again. And you build that trust with your content and with your education and with your sharing and with who you are when you over deliver on your products, right? So that's on a whole nother topic, right? So let's dive into these 8 power actions so that you have them. I'm going to share my screen too so that you can go along with me on them. So I think if I just, yep, it's there behind me. I knew it would be. All right. So I'm going to move me over here. How about right there? So here they are. If I point them with my fancy little pointer, my yellow pointer. The first action is gratitude. Now, in the gratitude app, sorry, I distracted myself with my glasses because I like to look at you with them off because I can see the camera better. But when I want to look at words, I need my readers on. So somebody asked me once, why do you always take your glasses on and off in your live videos? And I'm like, that's why, because I can actually see really well out past here. But when I want to read words, on my phone or whatever, I have to put my glasses on. But I kind of know these by heart anyway. So, gratitude journal. Gratitude is magical. Have you ever read The Magic? I think it's Robin, or what is her name? Oh, I should have had this ready for you. If you want the name of the book and the author, put magic under the video and I'll just find it for you. I have it in my list of books. I have that list too. So drop the word books and I'll get you that list of books. But The Magic, I thought her name was Robin. She was in The Secret. And Gratitude Journal, she may have even created The Secret, actually, now that I think about it. She might be the producer or something like that. Anyway, I don't remember details like that super well because I read a lot and I watch a lot of those kinds of things. But gratitude is magical. Why? Because it lifts your spirit. When you're feeling down, it's impossible to feel sad when you're feeling gratitude, when you're actually feeling gratitude for something. So I literally list 10 things every morning in my app, and it always lifts my app because there's so much to be grateful for. I mean, I live in this beautiful place. I love this attic office with my skylight. I just love it up here. I can hear all the birds, and well, right now I hear a lot of flies because it's September almost, and the flies are starting to look for a place to get in. So my husband will be taking care of that soon. But anyway, it's beautiful here. It's mostly quiet. And what else? If I listed 10 things right now, I would list my husband, my rock, who has, provided me with space like this. He made this little office for me. And he has I'm grateful for his vision and how our yard is so gorgeous and beautiful. I love sitting in it doing my meditation, which is part of our 8 power routines. So creating 10 things that you're actually grateful for. You could just be grateful for the fact that you have running water that's safe to drink, because there's a lot of places in the world that don't. So if you have to start out with stuff like that, then do it, because that's certainly something to be grateful for. It could just be grateful for having fresh food on your table, a meal to eat, the fact that you open your eyes in the morning and you're still here and you still have the breath and the chance to make a difference. I could go on and on about gratitude because every morning I do it. I always have something on my list. 10 things, that's my minimum. Do 5. And by the way, you don't have to have the app. You could just do these things. Stretching. Okay, stretching is important because we want to keep our bodies mobile. I actually do I don't mark these off in order because I do my quiet stuff in the morning, but I also do my workout, which includes stretching. And stretching is super important so that you stay mobile, especially as you get to a certain age. You got to stay mobile. You got to keep your balance. You got to practice keeping your balance, and that's what yoga does for you. So even if it's just a couple of morning vinyasas or down dog, up dogs and stuff like that, or just child's pose, look these things up. If you need a routine, I'll certainly get you the workouts that I do. I have a favorite workout person that I buy all his stuff, and I'd love to share my link with you because I have a link for that too. And guess what? It's in my ultimate list of apps. So if you want that, put apps. I'll get you that. Or app. I don't know. I keep changing my mind I'll get it though. When you put a word down there, I'll figure it out. So stretching, number 2. Number 3 is meditation. Why is meditation on there? Because it gives you a chance to do 2 things. I'm going to skip right to the next one, which is vision board, because this is part of my meditation. Okay. In the app, I actually created these visions of my dream outdoor office, because we're going to build on our porch and we're going to put a screened in deck. And I told my husband I want to make sure that there's outlets out there so that I could sit out there and do my work with a smokeless fire pit and listen to the birds and actually be outside instead of just in my attic. Of course, in the winter, I'll always be in my attic. But so I created that with AI on, what's the name of the app? Designer. It's a purely AI Microsoft Designer that I used. I just gave it a really detailed description and I kept tweaking it until it looked almost like what I had in my head, to the detail. And when you can see it, when you can visualize it, it's going to happen. Have you ever read Psycho-Cybernetics? That's on my list of books somewhere too. It might be a different list. But again, write books and I'll get you that. But that's what he talks about. He talks about the movie in your head and being able to visualize it. Neville Goddard talks about it. Even in the Bible, they talk about it. Without a vision, my people perish. So creating a vision board is a little bit more than just cutting out magazine articles and pasting it on your board, which I know a lot of artsy people like to do. I'm not one of those. I'm kind of a computer geek, so the app is what turned me on. I was like, oh, I can use AI to create all these awesome visions of what I want and what I'm aiming for. So that is part of my meditation. I'll look at my vision board, and then I'll meditate, and then I have some guided meditations that I use too that are kind of designed for me. I have a mind mechanic that wrote meditations for me, and then I have a few others that I've downloaded from other people like Dr. Joe Dispenza and stuff like that. So those are long though. You could just do a 5-minute meditation just to start learning how to quiet your brain. Believe me, I know how hard it is. Especially for people like us. If you're watching this video and you're anything like me, our brains are going like, boop, boop. Oh, did I feed the cats? Did I turn off the coffee pot? It's, oh my gosh, just all over the place, right? And learning to quiet your brain. I'll always forever be grateful to my mind mechanic friend, Ray, who taught me how to do this in person, like face to face, because I hired him to, and you should hire him too. If you want to get to know him, just drop Ray. I'll introduce you. But anyway, I don't know how to explain it to you. I did create a document once for some friends who asked me. So I laid it all out in a document, like all the things that I did to try to learn how to quiet my brain, which is still hard, but the more you practice, you get into these zones where ideas flow in, and sometimes you got to keep a notebook handy, So, okay. So, and the vision board is part of that because you're visualizing too. So I kind of combine those two steps because meditation and vision to me is the same thing in a way. Affirmations, I actually changed the wording in my version of the app. I put affirmations because it's more like I'm not just saying to myself, I am, whatever your goals are. Here, I will actually open my app and look at them for you because, I'm not logged in. I don't want to waste your time. If it doesn't take me long, I will continue. Do you want me to share my screen? I don't know if I want to share everything, but I might be able to. Let me see. Whoops. 1 second. I gotta find it. Oh, so when I redo this video, I might cut out this part because I do reuse these, and you can watch them later. But if you're on live, you're watching me fuddle around looking for, where is it? Oh, right here, to share my phone screen. Hopefully it comes up. Sometimes it doesn't work. There it is. Yay. Okay, so here it is on my phone. You can use it on your desktop too, by the way. I mean, it does look more like that. Okay, let me see where I am at on the screen so I'm not blocking it too. So first thing it shows you is a quote, and it shows you a new quote every time. And I actually take a screenshot and I share it in my Facebook stories. So if you follow my Facebook stories, you'll see these. And they're pretty good usually, I don't think I've seen the same one twice, and I've been using it for quite a while. By the way, I should mention that right now, if you watch this live, there is a challenge going on through November. And I don't think it's all the way through November. It's, whoops, I hit the cable and it unplugged. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. I don't want to waste your time. I'm not ready to share my phone screen anyway. So, what's going on here? I just wanted to get to my affirmations, just so I could show you. So here's my gratitudes and my there's my vision board. I don't know if you can see it, This is my vision board. Okay, so my affirmations are more like questions, and I learned to write these from, again, I'm not going to remember the author. I'd have to look it up. It's on my list. But I learned these from a guy. It's more like I have this statement about myself, and then underneath I have all these affirmations, which your brain kind of answers, right? So why are people eager to buy all the products I sell? Why am I making a difference in people's lives? Why do people experience hope when they talk to me and work with me? Why am I so blessed with abundance? Why do I have such an amazing team of individuals? Why am I making money every day? These are just some examples. Why am I in such great shape? So slim and muscular and just the best shape of my life at 54. Yes, all true. So my brain answers those questions because my brain thinks, well, that's who I am. Of course I'm all those things because that's who I am. And that all is from the work that I do with the visualizations and stuff, right? So the affirmations are part of that. Exercise. Of course you want to exercise every day, even if it's just going for a walk. Maybe you have a goal of so many steps a day, whatever it is. Reading, which I include in reading my audiobooks and courses and all that as part of personal growth. So every day I do something to grow personally. A lot of times it's just on my drive to work. So I might check this off later on in the day rather than in the morning. Unless I read my Bible, which I have a new set of eyes for the Bible since doing all this personal growth. I'm finding that all that stuff is in there and it's super interesting to me. So I've been on a new mission this year to read from the Bible. That's just me though. You could change it to whatever you want. And then lastly, there's a personal journal to kind of chart your course. I kind of write down what ideas popped up or what kinds of things that I learned in this stage, or maybe in meditation something popped up that I'm like, oh, I got to write that down. So I journal it. And it's all in here so I could go back and read it. Now, those are the 8 power actions that you could just take. You don't have to use the app. If you want the app, again, drop app. But those are the power actions. Now, here's some extra things that I'm just going to show you that's in the app, like MVPs are the most valuable priorities of the day. So I have what's called the 3 minimum. The 3 minimum things that I have to do in my business, which is build, engage, and sell. So those 3 things have to be done every day. I have to meet, on there I have, I guess those weren't my MVPs. Those were tasks. Okay, so then there's health tasks, which include my workout, the water I drink, my supplements, and then my relationships are just reminders to text certain people or just to touch base with certain people so I keep in touch with them. Kind of important if you want to keep some of those relationships going. And then the delegate tasks. I'll admit I kind of skipped this one because, well, I'm kind of a one-person home business. There isn't a lot to delegate. I have on occasion delegated things to the kids, like if I'm sending samples out, I might have them help package and send samples out, which, hey, you can get a sample of the joy juice that I drink or the coffee, the snow mushroom coffee, which is awesome. Or what else do I have samples of? Collagen, hydration. Anyway, if you want those, drop sample. I'll send you the link to choose what you want to do to get the samples. Okay, because you can either pay the shipping or you could watch a video. It's actually going to ask you if you want to make money. So, okay, so it has that, and then it has the vision board, which I said you just could create, pick pictures from the internet, or you could make your own one like I did using AI. And if you want to know how to do that, I think I covered that in my free AI course. So drop AI if you want that. And you can also add tasks, notes, and quotes. Like the work tasks, I add some other tasks that I should do every day, but they're not my MVPs, right? They're not the minimal activities for my business. But these are tasks that I can accomplish. Relationships, ideas, do later list. You can put notes in, like for the day that is in addition to your journal. And I can add affirmations. I think that's it. That's all I have on here. Oh, in the journal, of course, I already mentioned. Cool. If you want the app, drop the word app. And I'll get you that whole list of apps, by the way. Okay, so that's it for that. Now we're going to switch. And if you're live, you'll be witnessing the next episode, which will be, let me bring up my notes. The truth about lies you tell yourself. Hey, it's Ginny, learnwithginny.com. I've been in the home business industry a while, floundering and finally making my way. And I'm here to teach you and help you learn as I learn and grow, because I'm always learning and growing, all the things that work and all the things that might help you out. And here's one major thing: the lies you tell yourself. And I'm sure you've caught yourself saying things like, I'm not good enough. Who would want to listen to me? You're not alone. I said that for years. I said, who in the heck would want to listen to me? I'm like, I'm just a mom who works at a technical company. I'm like the procurement person. I do the quotes and I order stuff, but I do know a lot of tech because I've been there so long. I raised 2 kids. They're awesome. They're working on their master's degrees in a technical college, and I just live a really good life. But I'm continually growing, which does make me different from a lot of people. So, why would somebody listen to me? Because I've been around and I know a few things. And I have an obsession, so I kind of know a few more things than a lot of people. But you could say the same thing. Maybe everyone, I don't think I've ever met one person that doesn't know something more than me. So everybody knows something, somewhere more than the next person. So there's definitely one person out there, at least, that's looking for you. And there's probably more where that one came from. So that's a lie. So no, I kind of skipped it. I was going to go through my list, but I just started talking. And lie number 1, I'm not good enough. So you are good enough because you have something that someone else doesn't have. Lie number 2 is, I can't do this. And I'll tell you how I defeated this lie. And it was many years ago, because when I had kids, I started reading all kinds of books about raising kids. I wanted to raise productive, independent human beings who would go on to do their own things and basically make the world a better place just by being in it and being who they are. And can't was something I told them they couldn't say. You can say, I'll try. You can say, I'll do my best and forget the rest. That's my favorite line from Tony Horton. By the way, I do his workouts like every morning. If you want to check out his library of workouts, just say workouts or Tony in the comments. I'll get you a link. If you use my links, you'll get bonuses, especially if you're in the home business industry. Anyway, you can do this. You can do anything. Really, you are capable of so much more than you think. And I'm telling you that from experience. It's normal to feel like everyone feels that way before achieving what it is that they want to achieve. So instead of looking at the whole picture and just getting overwhelmed by it, make it into small chunks. and divvy it down into actionable things that you can do every day. In the previous episode, I talked about an app that can help you do that. You could break down the actions, the steps that will bring you to your dreams. Line number 3, it's too late for me. A lot of people, and I've had this thought too, because I think to myself, gee whiz, I'm past halfway through my life, and who knows, that it could be over tomorrow. I don't know. We don't know. It's too late for me. Well, we don't know that. We can't see the future. And it's never too late to reinvent yourself and set a new purpose and a goal. So just like I said in line number 2, take a step forward. That's all you got to do. The path becomes clear as you walk it. Line number 4 is I don't have time. Everyone has. I know you've probably heard this one a lot of times from other people, but it's true. Everyone has the same amount of time. We just all use it differently. So maybe, I know I like watching Netflix too, or whatever shows that I like watching, but maybe drop the remote. I was actually going to go sit on the couch and watch something tonight. And then I was like, no, I got to make my videos. So I did that instead because I didn't want to skip a week for you. I'm not going to be able to do this consistently unless I stick with it, right? So we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's about prioritizing what matters to you and where you want to go, right? Line number 5 is I don't deserve success. This lie is rooted in not thinking highly of yourself or in past failures, like, oh, I failed before, I'll just fail again. And rather than thinking that way, look at your failures as learning. What did I learn from that launch that just didn't work out? What did I learn from nobody showing up at my webinars over and over again? Yeah. Or to my courses, my live courses, I'd be like, doing this live course and one person would show up. Okay, well then I got to teach that one person. I heard Bob Proctor talk about this when him and his partner had these big ideas, and they rented this giant lecture hall. It was gorgeous, and that's where they wanted to have it, and they were so excited. And it was so giant that it would fit like 1,000 people in it or something, but 4 people showed up. Well, this show must go on. So he went ahead and taught those 4 people. It was a super interesting story. I love reading about other people's steps along the way. The one thing they had in common is they didn't give up. So yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it just because you're you. So I'm just going to say, recognize these things when they occur in your head. Say, okay, where's that thought coming from? And my mind mechanic can definitely help you if you can't get past these things. Just drop Ray and I'll introduce you. They're common lies. They're not truths. Because the truth is that you're amazing and beautiful, and that you are capable of doing so much more than you think. I believe in you. Okay, the final section. Boost your business with these 3 activities. 3. Really, it's 3. It's 3 activities. My mentor has a 4-step that is exclusively hers. I'll send you over to her if you want them. But these 3 are just 3 simple steps. They sound simple. It's more challenging to do them every day, right? So let me introduce myself again for the new incomers, and because this will be cut out on another video, another episode. Boost your business with these 3 activities. I'm Ginny, learnwithginny.com. I've been in the home business industry for several years. I've been a mom for more years, and it's time for me to come out and teach you. So that's what I'm here to do. So if you want to take your business up a level, it comes down to these 3 things. And if you're a networker, you're already doing one of the things. And that is step 1, build your audience and your network. So my mentor always says, and her name is Diane Hockman, if you want to look her up, she says at least 10 people, meet 10 new people a day. And what does that mean? That means they know who you are and you know who they are. And the way you do that is you learn how to converse with people in a way so that they remember how you made them feel. They remember, oh, that's Ginny. She's the one with the son that mountain bikes like my son or whatever. You've networked with the people. They kind of recognize you, so that step number 2, creating consistent content, pops up in their face. Oh, that's Ginny. I know her. And yeah, I want to learn how to create content with AI. So I'm going to comment AI under her video so that I can learn what she's doing to create all kinds of ideas. So many ideas that I can't possibly use them all. This is just a little side note, I created 50 pieces of content in less than an hour. And they were short videos. Some of them were like little quotey things and stuff like that on Canva. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to do that, drop AI and I'll get you that course. It's a free mini course that I have just because I want your emails so I can talk to you more and you're in my sales environment, which is step number 3. Gather them in a sales environment, which is what I just did. So a selling environment for me is my email. Some people use Facebook groups. Some people use other membership sites and stuff like that. You use what works for you. I toyed with the idea of creating a Discord family because my kids use Discord, and I was like, well, that's interesting. I kind of dropped the idea because I just like my emails. So, but there's all kinds of ways you can do it. The one thing to keep in mind is that you don't own their platforms. So you're going to want to at least keep their contact information so that if something happens, like let's say Facebook takes your group down, you don't lose contact with all of those people. You can move them to another environment with one quick email or something, or a text, or a call, whatever. So that's it. That's a very short one. I just want you to remember those 3 steps, which is 1, you're creating an audience of people through your network. You're meeting people. That's all. You're just getting their attention. And if you're using attraction marketing in a way, make sure you use the right keywords in your stuff so that people can find you, because a lot of the platforms are switching to a interest-based type of algorithm. So I get people who are interested in home business or content creation, AI. There might be a few, people that are looking for tech support, which is not I'm not a tech support person. However, I know a lot of stuff, so there's that too. But it's the keywords that I'm using in my titles and stuff like that. So, in the hooks. So that was step number 1, was getting an audience or finding your audience. Sometimes it's in a Facebook group. I've heard of this strategy, and if you stayed on long enough to hear it, bonus for you, where you basically join like 3 Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups or whatever groups you like, right? Or forums. Forums are a good place too. Reddits, that too. Just be careful of not spamming people or dropping your links or promoting your stuff. What you do is you be the expert. It attracts people to you because they want to know more, right? They want to hear more from Ginny because she knows so much about all this marketing and tech stuff. So that's what they do. So they go in the groups and they just basically help people. And I have another course that I took. It was a financial course. And the guy said in the financial course, as far as creating your business, your home business, the more people you help, the more that comes back to you. So I can't remember the exact words he used. I'm sure I'm kind of generalizing what it was, but it's basically just go out, find somebody to help, because that's the thing you can charge for too. And don't be afraid to charge for your time. Okay, so it was gather your audience, make
make a network of people, find the people that want your stuff so that you can focus on what they need and put that thing right in front of them by creating more content and then gathering them in a place, which I use email. You could use whatever you want, like join my Facebook group, join my LinkedIn group, join my Reddit, whatever it is. I don't know. Mine is email. So I offer things like drop the word AI for my free AI course, drop the word apps for my apps, ultimate list of apps, stuff like that. And I send you the page so that you put your email in, and that's where I communicate with you about all the other things I have to offer. So I hope that makes sense. It's 3 steps. It's build the audience, put content out there, engage with them, follow, make sure you follow up with comments and engage with them and learn about them and get to know them, and so they get to know you. And the 3rd step is to gather them in that selling environment. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Make it a great day. I'll see you next time.